Friends, welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This is a cataract with grade 2 nuclear sclerosis. It is believed by some colleagues that it takes a lot of time to manage such cases with only CataRhex3 phacoemations. This is a totally unedited real-time surgery. Let us see how much time it takes to manage this case. By this time, the main incision and a side port on the right side of the main incision has been made. Visco has been injected into the anterior chamber, and now this is another side port on the left side of the main incision. And now capsulorhexis is being done with the help of this ureter forceps. The capsular tag is raised. This capsular tag is guided anti-clockwise all around to get an adequate sized rhexis of about 5.5 millimeter. And now hydrodissection is to be done. I use a 27 gauge cannula and BSS to do hydrodissection. Here it is. Fluid wave goes to the opposite equator. The nucleus is tapped and the nucleus is mobilized. So the nucleus rotates nicely, and now the anterior chamber is filled up with 2% HPMC and the tip of the phaco needle is introduced. The machine is Oatly CataRhex3. I'm at 450 vacuum and 45 flow rate. Ultrasonic energy set at 60%, but the ultrasound will be controlled by foot switch, and most of the time the ultrasonic energy used will be 20 to 30%. Some superficial cortical lens matter is removed, and now the tip is buried into the substance of the nucleus, and I remain at the center of the nucleus where it is possible to hold a nucleus of this density. If we go beyond the central part, the nucleus or the lens matter will be just eaten off. So the trick is we have to be at the central part of the nucleus, be there, use the chopper to slice the nucleus into pieces. One heminucleus has been removed. This is the other heminucleus. It is also chopped and the pieces are emulsified. And this is the last bit of the nucleus. You can see that at no point of time I am at hurry. It is just as if the surgery is being done quite slowly. And now cortical cleanup is to be done. By the time my assistant gets ready with the bimanual irrigation aspiration, I take Simcoe cannula attached to a separate ringalactate or BSS and remove this half of the cortex. And now the irrigation cannula goes to the right side port, aspiration through the left, and this half of the cortex is removed by bimanual irrigation aspiration, and it is done. And now watch hydropolish. This is how we can polish the posterior capsule just by the irrigating cannula. It is done. And now I'm going to use a B cartridge to implant the intraocular lens. So I enlarge the main wound little bit. So the 2.8 millimeter wound becomes 3 millimeter. And now here goes the intraocular lens. The lens is implanted keeping the antechamber formed by irrigation, and this is known as hydro-implantation. Keeping the antechamber formed by hydro, that is BSS, and implantation of the intraocular lens. No visco is used. The advantage is we save lot of time, which is to be dedicated for cleaning of the visco. That much time is not required. And now this is a bit of moxifloxacin. The side ports are closed by hydrating corneal stroma with BSS, and then the case is almost done. A final lavage of the antechamber is done, and you can notice that the main wound doesn't require any hydration for its sealing. You just use the Simcoe to form the antechamber. Place the Simcoe in this way and come out. And now I check the integrity of all the wounds by a cotton tipped Johnson bar, and then apply a few drops of moxie over the ocular surface and conclude the case. Thank you very much for your attention. So we have completed the case in about 6.5 minutes. So if we know the machine, if we know how the machine behaves, and if we raise our skills to a certain level, surgery can be safe and swift.